Hello, everybody. This is Constitutionally Based. I'm your host, Michael Peterson, and today, today's Constitution Day, and you know what that means? That means the start of this channel. But also, it's about the Constitution and what it means. So I think what liberty means, and this day isn't really celebrated as much as I would say it should. We have these huge celebrations on like July 4th, Independence Day, and that's a really important day to celebrate, and I'm glad it's as big as it is in America. But I think the Constitution Day, it's one of those things that you might see on a website or, you might hear about it. So I think we should be more united in the Constitution. Make sure that when we're talking politics, we're talking about rights and liberty and stuff like that, that we should really focus on what the Constitution, what was the intent, why the Founding Fathers wrote it the way they did, why they felt certain rights were to be in there the way they should, why they felt the government should be set up the way it should, and really I agree with all of it, I suppose, or most of it, if not all. Today, this political cartoon that I did, I have Governor Morris. He's signing, I guess not signing, but he's writing the preamble to the Constitution, which is what I want to focus on for today's episode. But I have him, he's depicted as, I couldn't really find a lot of good bird puns with Morris, or governor. So I had a great comment as that bird. It kind of looks a little bit like a duck, but I made sure the birds that I do base them off of are from those 13 colonies, and that bird does live there. So yeah, he's signing it, and then behind him, I've been a big fan of the Federalist Papers, and they really pushed for this document to be published, the Constitution of the United States. And so the three that who participated in the Federalist Papers were James Madison, which I have is depicted here as the eastern screech owl, and just because owls are wise, and I think James Madison was really wise in the way that he set it up. A lot of the original, essentially pre-Civil War constitutions, kind of based on how James Madison kind of felt how the government should be, preserving states' rights and, treating people more like a treaty of territories or really states, as he was proposing there. And then in the middle, I have good old the American bald eagle, which I represented with Alexander Hamilton, who really started the Federalist Papers project, and he brought in John Jay, who's the third bird, but and so he was kind of like the real force into making sure that people defended, particularly in the state of New York, to defend this amazing document and to ratify it among the states. So I'm as the bald eagle because I just feel like it just makes sense. And then the last bird, the very end, we've got John Jay, which I depicted as a blue jay. That was very easy to do, actually, to figure out what bird should I have John Jay as. And so he started with the Federalist Papers, but he kind of got, he couldn't do it for a bit, so that's where a lot of James Madison had to really pull in. And eventually it was mostly just James Madison anyway, but his insights, I think, were very helpful and very inspirational into wanting to establish the Constitution. So those are the three birds behind, and then of course I got the text of the preamble, which I'm going to read right now from my little own personal copy of the Constitution of the United States. These are pretty cheap, but if you don't want to pay anything and you just want to pay your internet bill, you can also look this up online. And they have the text there. Even the government has the text of the Constitution on their website, which is good and really cool. So you can always read it from the official source, I guess. But I'll just go ahead and read a quote here that, and really the preamble is what I would say the vibe. The basic idea of like, what is this about? Now, read as much from the Founding Fathers as you can, obviously, but it's a good summary of like, this is what we're trying to do, this is what we're trying to be about. And so yeah, I'm just going to go ahead and read that. It says, "We the people of the United States, in order to form a more perfect union, establish justice, ensure domestic tranquility, provide for the common defense, promote the general welfare, and secure the blessings of liberty to ourselves and our posterity, do ordain and establish this Constitution for the United States of America." So that's really what it's about right there, folks. The preamble, right there. So get a chance to read that and happy Constitution Day. God bless America, really. So, anyway, you can like and subscribe. I'm going to be making cartoons based on the articles and the amendments of the Constitution, represented with kind of like cartoon animals and stuff. And I'll be doing that through March. So like and subscribe. Make sure you read the Constitution. Make sure you know it. Go ahead of the flow. I'm gonna do these on Mondays and Wednesdays, and maybe talk politics on Friday as well. But yeah. So thanks for watching Constitutionally Based, and I will see you on Friday.